is Katinka. I'm the seamstress at the cottage, and welcome back. Last week, I promised you a Vlogmas video on Sunday. So I took time this week and I literally just typed a few moments of every day. And when I had an adventure, I would make sure I capture it. So I sat down and I edited it all together for you in this video. But first, I'm going to chat to you about a few things. Last week I asked the question, have you bought any patterns? Are you going to make some? And do you have any Christmas traditions that you and your family do every year? And there were some lovely comments. Some people said they were going to make some stuff for their children. The one lady said she was going to knit some socks. And then the traditions was just too lovely. It varied from ornaments made by family members that gets taken out and put up to things like just family being together. And it was so nice to read all the comments and to see what you all are getting up to. I also have a few traditions, and in this week's Vlogmas video, you will see a few of those. One is to decorate with found items and nature. You will see how I've put together my decor for this year. I also love to learn something new every Christmas. So this year I'm working on learning to make pine needle baskets. So that will be included. And then I got a container for my patterns and a new furniture piece joined the family. And I'll show you a little glimpse of it at the end. But first, I want to introduce you to Olaf. Olaf was given to me by my friend. She knows I love plants and she just loved this funky little guy. I think he's too cute for words and I love his hair. So he's quite happy. He lives behind me here with little Miss Sunshine and I think they're happy in that corner. Another thing that happened is I finished a tablecloth. My friend have this massive table, one of those that you can take the middle part out and then it goes longer. And she doesn't have tablecloths that fit this table. So I started making her some. I've got 2 more pieces of fabric that I have to sew up. This one, the ends I just fold over and fold it over again and sewed it down. And then the selvage I just sew down. I know it's not perfect, but I think it's going to look nice anyway. I just need to iron it. Another thing, we went to a thrift store and I found the single bed sheet. It's 100% cotton and it's so beautifully woven for $3.25. And I think that was a major bargain. So my aim is to unpick it. The elastic looks like it's still fine and to use everything off the sheet to make maybe a dress or a top. And I'm very excited. It had blue ink marks on it, but I was able to get it out and I am so chuffed with this. I will not be able to buy fabric at that cost. So I'm excited. Watch this space. I think I might need a dress or something for Christmas Day. Then I have been working on my black jersey. It's over there, the front, the back's finished. I've started with the sleeves, but there's not a lot to show, so I'm not going to bore you with that at the moment. One of the subscribers wrote that she's not really keen on Vlogmas that much. And then I thought, well, if there's one, there might be a few more. So just warning in advance, I'm now going to go over to the Vlogmas footage. If you want to stick around, I would love it. I took quite an effort to put it all together. I have new respect for people who vlog and put vlogs together. It's a lot of work. The one thing that I did realize with putting all of this footage together is that I sometimes forget what beautiful moments I live through. And by just putting it all together and looking at my week, I realize I actually have such magical moments that I live every day. And I'm sure you have too. And I don't know if you've ever sat down and maybe read your diary or look back at photos, maybe on Instagram, and you realize in that moment what a beautiful moment that was. And the question for this week is, have you found when you look back at things that you actually did not recognize the beauty of the moment because you were maybe not looking for it or for whatever reasons? I would really love to hear your thoughts about that this week. If you do stick around for my Vlogmas part of this video, thank you so much and I'll see you next week, Sunday. It is such a nice warm day, but the wind's blowing a bit cold, so I've just rolled up everything to get some sun. I think I've got enough, but if I need more, I can come and get. One of my traditions around Christmas is to try something new. And this year, I was so delighted when I came across a pine tree with long enough needles. So I decided to try my hand at a pine needle basket. The technique is familiar to me because I've used it in the past with a rope basket and rope placemats. You basically start with a bunch of pine needles. You wrap some thread around it until it is long enough, and then you start rolling it up. As you roll it, you will take the needle and thread through it to keep it all together. As you can see, I'm not wearing a thimble at this stage. That is not a good idea. Make sure you use a thimble. Remember, thimbles are your friends. So you keep on doing this until you've got a solid start. And as you go, you just add a few needles at a time, keeping the thickness of the little tube or bunch the same. The start is quite messy, but you're not going to see that part. It's going to be at the bottom. And it's starting to look right. Look at that. I'm getting the hang of it. You're supposed to use brown needles like old ones, like these, and soak them overnight in water. And I'm sure that would be more, it would actually make them more pliable. Because these are quite brittle. They will break. But I'm sure it will work out in the end. I hope they don't shrink too much. And I think I'm just going to work on it in between. I love the process. So, it's the 6th of December and I'm quickly going for a walk. I haven't been able to get my walks in properly just because we get home too late, but it is so nice and warm today. So I thought I'll go for a quick one. It is about, the last time I checked, it was like 14 degrees Celsius. The wind is blowing and it's a bit chilly, but it is so awesome. I just love this view. I needed some more pine needles for my project, so I got some. And I also want to take some of this for decorating. Look at this. I'm also going to take some of these leaves, but look at how pretty they are. It's so pretty. And there's Lollipop. Everything is washed and now they can dry and then I can decorate. I love using nature to decorate. I love to use natural products when I decorate. And to tie it all together, I will always use hessian rope because it composts so much better than metal wire. It does take a bit longer, but I find it's worth it. At the end of the season, I will just take the lights and the ribbon off and reuse them in something else, and then put the whole wreath on the compost heap. This is one of my favorite activities during Christmas. Another hobby or tradition that I've started a few years ago. I love taking the time and just sitting and making something beautiful out of basically nothing. In the end, when I stand back and look at it all, I have such a sense of accomplishment. I'm doing a tablecloth and I'm just giving it a small roll in, and then when I'm done I'll do the sides exactly the same. I needed some of my patterns, and yesterday I went to the container store and I had these, and it is just perfect. It's called Rush Hinge Lid Box. They fit perfectly, and there's place for a few more. I am so irritated. This thing keeps on getting stuck. So I'm going to sand it down now so it fits. So instead of sewing, I am actually fixing all the things that irritates me. Okay, I finished sanding it. And let's go and fit it. That's better. So much better. Let's pack all the cotton in there. It's snowing. I hope it sticks. It is so cold, but I love it. Look how pretty this area is.